Oh my gosh, this is gonna be such a fun 22 hours. Good morning, beautiful.
How was your night?
Mine was wonderful.
Oh, you by my side. Where are you?
We just got our car. Where are you?
I'm at home. Do you think you'll be here by... What time do you think you'll be here?
I don't know. How far are we?
I don't know. From the airport. Maybe like 45 minutes.
Okay, probably like 20 then.
Okay. I'll wait for you because you have to be there by 9:30.
Okay. Okay. See you soon. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. So I started this project last year, maybe even 2 years ago. Can't remember, but my sister, she has kidney failure, and it was my way to assist is to take the test and stuff, and I wasn't a match, so I thought there was more that I could do, and then I started this project to share her story, but I wasn't able to finish and complete it as far as her videos and introducing her situation and her family, because every time I would work on it I'd get like super emotional and I just couldn't finish it, I guess. But now I have N-Rock here who is going to be assisting me so that we can finish this long overdue project. Anyways, we're here in Arizona for literally less than 24 hours. We leave tomorrow at 6 a.m. Right now is 9 o'clock, so 22 hours. And about to spend some time with my sister, ask her some questions, interview her. She has a lot of good things coming up. I guess a hospital, a doctor in California wants to assist her in doing some type of, you'll find out. So we're here in Arizona. Just a backstory, my name is Joreen and her name is Noreen, and I was named after her. I have her Hawaiian name as well, Nohelani, and she also gave me my nickname, Jing. And she'll tell you why, I guess. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be such a fun 22 hours.
So long, so fast.
I know. So my sister guys been living here for, I think they moved up here a year or maybe even a couple months after I moved up here. And this summer I make 3 years. Oh, my nephew has a YouTube channel too. He's gonna be so stoked that we're kind of doing this. Okay, for those of you wondering what we're doing in Arizona, pre-gaming for Mother's Day. Anyways, just wanted to let you guys know there's the boys in the back. Got my N-Rock.
How's your flight?
It was good. It was fast, yeah, Nee. Yeah.
What time was your flight? How long is the flight itself?
I don't know, we knocked out.
Oh, you did. Hello.
Hey, did you get my bear?
Everybody got your bear.
Oh, okay, all right. It only cost 400.
400.
Yeah, okay. Think about it. Okay, bye.
Bye. The reason we picked Arizona was because we talked to my nephrologist, and he told us that Arizona had the biggest transplant facility, that they consistently do transplants. Because of my high blood antigens, they cannot really do nothing for me. So my she told us that I should just try and see what their program is, and it's called plasmapheresis, which they clean out your blood and your antigens with more white blood cells. They clean out your white blood cells, and they they make my blood cells normal to a point where I can accept somebody else's.
It doesn't have to match your blood.
It doesn't have to match my blood. They're not going with blood type no more. They're going with antigen.
Which is nuts because all these years we've been trying to find someone with the same blood type.
Yeah.
Son to Noreen Starkey, the second
Of?
5.
How old were you when mom found out that she had her kidney disease?
19 now, was roughly 7 years ago maybe?
7 years
so
ago?
I believe I was 12.
12 years old?
Yes.
And you're going into medical field, right?
As of right now, yes.
Did that have anything to do with your decision to become a nurse? I know you and your brothers helped mom a lot and continue to help mom.
There's a lot into deciding if I was gonna be a nurse. There was some that I took from my mom's frequent visits to the hospital, but ultimately it was just, I liked the idea of helping people, so it was just based off of that mainly.
You guys always did that because Grams them also had patients that lived in the house, so you guys was always around that, right?
Yes.
Can you kind of explain, do you remember when mom found out that she had her kidney disease? I know you're like what, 12 years old?
Yeah. I don't really remember when exactly I was told.
But do you remember how you felt? Like,
I mean,
you probably didn't understand.
Yeah, I was still pretty young, so I didn't really understand the whole concept of it. It's just, now that I'm older, of course, I understand it more, but I can't really remember too much.
And then mom was looking for donor for a while now, and Dylan just turned 18. We found out that he was a match for Noreen's blood type. So before, you had to be a match for her blood type in order to continue the testing to see if you could give her kidneys. So Dylan has recently turned 18 and had to do the process. So can you kind of tell us what the process was?
Yeah, so when I turned 18, I believe it was maybe a month or two after, I decided to go through the process of finding out whether or not our bloods were a match. Because at the time, I did not know if my blood was the same type. She contacted her doctors, we got all the information, and the first step was to draw blood and to see if our blood type were the same and if it was compatible. And we did that, but because of her antigens being so high, it basically killed off all my blood, so it kind of ruled me out of the running to give my kidney.
And that sucked, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
Because it was so exciting knowing that you could possibly be like, I remember going through that too, and I went through like 2 or 3 times testing, because one time they said my blood didn't match, the second time it did, and then they said my kidneys is bad, and I was like, so take the other one. But you only have 2 kidneys and you can't live off of like a bad kidney, right? That's what Noreen has. So I pretty much told the doctor, like, man, I don't care, like, she has kids, she has a family, like, it's okay for me to like take it, you know, like I kind of felt like Jesus, like, you know, he took our sins, you know. But yeah, I get how I was devastated too. Like, dealing with everything with mom and stuff like that, are you guys pretty stoked about California then?
Very, because if she is able to, or let me correct that, when she's able to get the kidney transplant, she will be able to do a lot of more things in terms of just living, in a sense. She can go on roller coasters, she can walk outside for a long period of time, she can exercise, she can carry things, so it will be a lot easier for her. So that's very exciting.
She can travel.
Yes.
So my sister lived and her family lived on a separate island from me and my parents, and as soon as she got diagnosed with this disease, her kidney disease, she wasn't able to come visit us. We always had to visit her, and if she did, she would only come for like 24 to 36 hours or something like that, and it would be a risk for her because she didn't do dialysis for like an entire day. So like that didn't happen very often, which means like she barely got to see our family on Molokai unless we went to go visit them. So it was kind of rough. So I'm definitely excited too, because then she wants to travel a lot, and that's why they made the move to the mainland, is because for the boys to experience more stuff, and so she can travel more and she doesn't have to like do dialysis, hopefully. And her dialysis, she did it at home, however she may have to go back to the hospital, right Dale?
Yes.
So I guess her body can only handle so much of the at-home dialysis, so now she might have to go back to the hospital if she doesn't find a kidney match soon, which we're praying and hoping that she does. Anyways, do you have anything else to say, Dylan?
No.
That's it. She's pretty strong,
Yeah,
huh?
she's strong.
With everything.
She's strong. Yeah, very.
And she's always so positive. I don't know how she does that.
I don't know how either.
Okay, thanks, Dylan.
Yep.
So how excited are you to have me here visiting? Almost got banged. You are done. We went to Best Buy. This is and Robbie, to look for my sister a Mother's Day gift. I'm gonna get her some AirPods if they have any, because every time I call her, she's not available, and I need her to be available. Everyone always asks like, oh man, how do you stay so positive, you know? Like, sometimes I have shitty days too, and she's the person that I vent to, and like when she doesn't answer, I'll end up feeling more shitty longer until she answers. So AirPods will help her answer me more, because most of the time she's driving or cooking and she can't answer the phone. They'll just be connected to her ear. So I definitely need her to answer the phone. So happy Mother's Day. Okay, hopefully they have some, because Best Buy was sold out.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Nothing. Yeah, do you see anything? I don't see anything. They lied to me. I seen her.
Small, no, make it a medium.
Medium, and what were the drinks?
All Sprite.
Okay. Sam, what you want? I only want 2.
Chicken sandwiches.
Okay.
Ozzy, come here. I bought you food. I didn't forget about you. About drink, but you guys said thank
It
you
sounds
for drink.
like you forget about him a lot. How come you sit? They're playing games.
Colt and Cody.
Hold on, let's play! Let me do one more!
We're definitely using that.
One. 2.
Coca-Cola, you got big ass. You're so boom.
No, that's not yours. I'm just asking.
Yours?
Yep.
Good boy. Make sure your burger has bacon.
Can you pass that over here, Bill? Bring for your brothers, please.
No, also was.
What is what? Huh?
Maybe he ate at school.
No, he doesn't eat lunch. Ozzy, please.
Start by introducing yourself. Who's the coolest out of you three?
Me?
Me?
Who's mom's favorite out of you three?
Me.
I don't think
No, it's
mom
me.
has a favorite.
Why?
I don't know.
She just doesn't tell
Yeah,
you.
she doesn't tell.
She does.
She
doesn't
says
tell
that she
you.
don't have. She said
What do you guys mean to each other?
I'm Colt Raquel. I'm 12 years old and I'm the youngest.
I'm Austin. I'm 14. No, 15. And I'm the middle child.
Cody Raquel, 13, and the fourth, I'm the fourth.
Do you remember when mom found out she got sick?
Nope.
No.
No, I
You
don't
guys are
know.
still little, huh?
Yeah.
You guys ever wanted to do stuff but you couldn't because of mom's condition?
Mhm.
Like what?
Sometimes, yeah.
Like what?
Like hiking. I want to go hiking, but mom can't.
Cause she get tired, huh?
I never actually felt like anything because it always it was normal for me. So,
It was kind of normal. So like it was like
we grew with it.
yeah.
Bags, her exchange bags, clean up her exchange bags.
Yeah, clean the room, dust mop the room.
Yeah, because we have to clean the house because it has to be like super clean.
Or she could get like infected and stuff.
Yeah.
So your house is always clean then?
Yep.
Mhm.
Every Saturdays we clean.
Clean up here, the best.
Because this is where she does her exchanges. Where does she do it?
In a room.
California.
Me
Me,
and
Cody. Yeah. Me
Did you guys go to the hospital and meet the doctor
No.
too?
No, we
We
stayed
stayed
in
in
a
hotel.
hotel, yeah.
Do you guys know why you went to California?
Because of mom.
For mom's
Yeah,
doctor.
mom's
To meet
doctor.
mom's doctor. For
Yeah, what's happening? Do you guys
Oh.
understand? Like, can you explain?
She was getting her blood stuff.
She was getting tested
Yeah, tested. She was
For
getting
what?
tested for
to get a new kidney.
yeah.
How does it affect you guys? Does it have an effect on you guys?
Not really.
Yeah, not really.
Isn't that why you guys moved here?
It sucks that mom has to do exchanges every night. And we can't go out too late. We can't stay out too late.
Did it ever make you feel sad that she has to go through all the stuff that she does?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
What she mean to you? Colt.
She means a lot to me.
You bought. She means a lot to me because without her we wouldn't be here, and like everything would be so much different without her. Yeah.
She means everything to me. She means same way Austin said.
You can't say ditto.
She does everything for us.
You guys remember at the hospital when we were about to walk in, when she was at the hospital? And it was like around Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
I remember that. I don't
Oh,
remember.
we sang a song. Yeah. We sang one of the songs.
The Christmas song.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and the snow is so delightful.
If there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
It's okay, Brian, because I didn't get her number either.
No, we're not family.
Chopper, look. Chopper, look, who's that? Chopper!
Where's
I think he does.
I think he's laughing because I missed. Smile for the camera! This is the room of goodbyes. Why does he breathe like that?
Because it's hot.
Take that out, boy. I hate to beat you on camera, Colt boy, but
Not like me.
you think so?
Yeah. I know so. I only got 3 balls now. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I was trying to eat for this in anyways. Dang, catch her, try to kill flies. That's the funniest.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Welcome to the desert of Arizona. What we have here is human against the insect. Who's gonna win?
You're stupid.
Is there a fly? Can you see a fly here?
Ask our viewers, can you see the fly? I see something lying on the ground.
Yeah, it's the one. I just killed it.
But there's another one?
Yeah, I saw 2.
There.
I hate flies. Flies are like me, Dylan, for Mother's Day.
Dylan, don't forget, make brand pies inexpensive.
I love you.
You can be alright? You want me to come with you? Check in? I walk you all the way to TSA. No? You sure? You can make it. Sure. Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Kidding, you're going on trips by yourself?
Yeah, 143, that's it. I wish you were staying longer, Jinko.
Me too. I know, it's always hard to leave. Oh dear, especially. Or just you, maybe.
But you know where you're going?
Hell no.
How did you feel when Tito was diagnosed with her kidney disease? Were you at the doctor's appointment with her? Or
Yes.
did they call?
No, I was at the doctor's appointment. with her.
Every doctor appointment.
Yes, I was there. I felt angry. I felt upset. I felt what did we do wrong, or where did she go wrong? There was a lot of questions that needed answers that I didn't have. So it was a difficult time.
What would you recommend for other people going through the situation, you know, who is living right now with the type of, it could not be kidney disease, but like other stuff? Like you said, like asking questions and stuff.
I think you got to know what you're dealing with. You need to educate yourself to what sickness or disease that you're fighting or your loved one is fighting. I think you got to know, and that's half the battle, because after that, then you'll feel comfortable in trying to find ways to. It's ways that may not cure, but it's
Cope.
ways that will be able to cope with your anxieties, your insecurities, and you make the best of it. I think if you do that, then you'll feel more comfortable dealing with it, and you can go day by day living with it.
And a strong support group.
Oh, that's definitely, you need a strong support group. You need to have you needed to make everybody aware, everyone in your family aware, your children, your family, and you always got to be there for that person, because you always got to realize that they're the ones going through it and not you. I mean, the physical part of it, I mean, the mental part of it, of course, you're the one who's going through it with them, but if you can understand it, then physically they'll know that, hey, you know what, there's always somebody there who understands what we're going through, and it's just something that comes naturally, especially if you love the person. It shouldn't be something that's different or something that's hard to go by, every day.
What has helped you like overcome hard days when Tita has hard days, like to stay positive and stuff?
Of course, your children become your support group, and of course your loved one, like Noreen, she's, you kind of lean on each other a lot. So basically, you tend to feel each other's feelings and share it. So you know that hey, you know what, there's always a way that you can fight it, and go by through that day, especially if it's a hard time.
How did you guys tell the kids when you found out? Or did you guys even tell them?
Yeah, we did. We told them, and it's trying to make them understand, because you need to explain to them so that at their level, so they know that, hey, you know what, they're able to cope with it. And it's hard too.
And it's minimal change. You don't try and change things to a point where they have to change their whole life. It's much easier to
my interviewer.
Hey, I was thinking the same thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Sorry, cut.
When she came in the first time, I was like,
I know. I was like,
Sorry.
she filling in words already.
Cut. I'm not here.
She didn't get these questions, that's why.
you see, that's what we call backing up. See, we back up each other. If we forget something, she'll
Fill in the sentence.
she'll fill in the sentence for me and stuff. So yeah.
So why you call her out on it? She was just trying to get your back.
I'm just kind of wondering. I'm like,
And another thing, I'm never grouchy.
Yeah, it's all about how she deals with it, and I think she deals with it because she knows that, she knows she has the support group, and you cannot down it.
There's nothing I can change.
Yeah, there's nothing she can.
I just have to do it.
And all you can do is support her.
How are you in the hospitals with doctors? I experienced actually a few times with him at the hospital. Like, you don't know who's the doctor in there, honestly. Like, it's kind of crazy because Jun's the type of person where, like, even I remember you going to school and even, like, being smarter than the professors, like with computers and stuff like that, he'll go research it and make sure his professor is right. So like with doctors, it's kind of crazy. I'm taking over his interview.
He knows every medication that they cannot give me, every medication that they can give me, and he'll watch them do it.
Well, it's because they make mistakes, and everybody makes mistakes. And we trust doctors so much that sometimes we forget that they're also human. And we give them, so much credit, but yet we have to put ourselves back and step back and kind of look at what we're dealing with. We're dealing with somebody that we've been with for so long, and yet they only been there for a few minutes, and they can diagnose them, which sometimes for me is hard to accept. Because I know her a lot more than anybody else. So I think with that I put myself in a different perspective. And like I said, it's all about educating yourself and knowing what you're dealing with, and if you know, you don't have to know as much as doctors, but you got to know a lot more in terms of your other half to see.
I feel like with like all the doctors that new doctors that you guys go through, they only see like her like visit, but you know from like the beginning. So I feel like that has a lot to do with your guys' connection and your guys' teamwork and the way you guys fight this
and I think,
disease.
You just can't be afraid, and a lot of people are afraid, and you cannot you need to ask the questions that need answered. Well, Queen's Hospital did what they could and did what they could in their capacity, knowing they weren't to me as experienced as Cedar Sinai, let's just say, if I needed to compare, but they were a good hospital. They're a good hospital, and I think they started us off, let's just say, to where Noreen was stable and was able to do what she's able to do. So I give that much credit to Queens. Now, as far as transplants, I think Queens again did as much as they knew how to do. They weren't as experienced as, I gotta quote unquote, the main hospitals, like nothing, but they were okay. Very aggressive, very in tune to what Noreen has. They know they're not afraid to take chances, and I think being that Noreen's been on dialysis for 6+ years, I think we needed that. We needed something that would be more aggressive. We needed a new change, and I think that this is where it led us, because and Cedar Sinai is the people are good.
You about me, baby.
Man.
I want to add something in. I commend you guys on dang you. Like,
oh my god.
It's happy tears.
I know.
It's just like setting that example of like changing your life for, and just like picking up and just leaving with your family. And I know it's not easy being the only one working, and I know, like, coming from a family that's very uneducated, you definitely hold us, you got our back in whatever, like, I think you're definitely sent for her. And I'm probably not gonna add this in the video, but I just want you to know.
No, you're gonna put it in the video. You're gonna put it in the video.
How much we appreciate you, especially me. Tita means so much to me, and I wish I could live closer and stuff and help out. But I just want to say that you guys are always in my prayers, even though I'm not here or I'm not able to make it out to appointments or whatever.
But you've been there for me in Oahu every time.
I know. But still, and like every time I really wish the doctor would just take my good kidney. Because I was so mad when he said he couldn't. I was like, maybe this is why I was sent to Earth, it's just for that kidney.
cousin, but I think of her as my sister. Actually, we grew up together. My mom raised her when she was a baby, so she was always with us, always with me. Everywhere I went, she went. It was like I was a teenage mom at such a young age because I always had her wherever I was, she was. I believe I'm her mother's favorite because she was named after me. My name is Noreen, her name is Joreen. We have the same middle name, Nohelani. She's a part of me. Everything I do, everything that happens to me, she's a part of it. She's always been a part of it. I love her with all my heart. Her mom named her, but I think because I was really close with her mom attached me to her. So, and she became a part of me ever since. She was spoiled. I think she is the way she is because of how we raised her. Very different. I think she is exactly who she's supposed to be. Every day that we talk to each other, almost every day, she knows how I feel. I know how she feels. I'm lucky because I don't have a sister. It's just brothers. And with her, how she is like the closest thing to me. She is the closest thing to me, actually. Be who she is and be always true to herself. Never change for anybody, never bend backwards for anybody. Be herself, be complete with who she is, and love who she is. To be kind, to always tell the truth. Like I said before, just be herself. And what she needs to learn, I think, that she doesn't know yet is that she cannot always help other people all the time, which she always tries to do. She never takes care of herself the way I think she should take care of herself. She's always bending backwards for other people. I just want her to take care of herself and know that she is worth more than what other people take advantage of her all the time. I don't like that. She pisses me off when she does that. She's always been someone who would rather help other people, who puts other people before herself. She's always been that way. I don't know if that's what we taught her to do, or I don't know if there was something while she was growing up that made her think of other people besides herself. I don't know, but she has, and I've been telling her that for the past years, that she needs to, if she has to, step away from everybody, step away from people and concentrate on herself and make sure she's okay with her before she can help other people. In order for you to be productive outside, you need to be productive with yourself before you can. How can you help somebody else if the inside of you internally is messed up? You cannot help anybody else if you yourself is not right with whole. You cannot give a part of yourself and not take care of you. She is a part of my support system. She's a very big part because when my husband is not around to help, or when he needs help, because he does everything himself and sometimes he gets burnt out, sometimes he needs extra help where he has to go by himself and do things and take care of certain things. And we do, back in Hawaii, we leaned on her, we counted on her a lot to come and help with the kids, whether to take them to school. So with my journey for this past 7 years, she has been a part of it from the very beginning. And she knows just as much about me that my family, my boys and my husband knows. So she's been a big part. Jing, I love you with all my heart, and I'm always appreciative of you. and you mean the world to me, and no matter what, no matter how far apart we are from each other, I am always here. I'm always here for you, no matter if it's a phone call or a drive, 10-hour drive. I'm always here. My doors are always open. You can always come no matter what. We are always here for you. Me and my family is always here for you. Yeah, we love you with all our hearts.
What? I thought you was going home.
Tomorrow morning. What you guys doing?
Watching TV. We thought was gonna get the game on the damn TV no more.
Oh, we just wanted you to be in our video.
I don't have no. Oh, just take my finger. I don't have no shirt on.
So you walking around naked?
No. Hot house.
Look at him.
Big eyes.
I had Jordan.
This is a manual peritoneal bag. I do this if I'm not hooking up to the machine, like when I have company and stuff. So this goes into me, it goes into my peritoneum, and it stays there for 6 hours. Oh, you want to see? It goes into here, and it stays in here for 6 hours. This is where my catheter is hooked up to. Then I will first drain whatever is in me right now. What shouldn't be that much though. I'll take out all of that.
And this only takes.
This takes about half an hour to 45 minutes, depending on. Then I'll take out the bubbles, clamp it there, open this up, and that's it. Now all of this will go into me. All of this will go into me, and then I'll hold it in there for a good 6 hours before I drain, and then do it all over again. But this is what I do. I don't do the manual nighttime. I do the machine, and the machine does. I do 3 cycles a night, daily, and then while it's doing the cycle, I'm sleeping. So when I get up, my treatment is already done, and I don't need to do anything after that. And then I can go on with my day, and then I redo it again at night.
So this way you have to do it manually and switch it out instead of the machine. It does everything.
Yeah. So.
Good. It's 3:45 and our trip is almost over. Heading to the airport soon. Tita, you have anything to say to the people?
I appreciate you all.
So one thing that we learned out of this 20 hours is that stood out to me is never let your situation define who you are. And support system is everything. There's never enough time for anything. Me and Nate was saying how your boys are gonna be such awesome husbands because of the way that they treat their mom.
They mimic what they see. They learn from what they see. And they have a good dad. They have a good role model. Never let your situation define the person that you are. Because if you feel what you are, you become what you are. So never
If you're sick, for instance, never think that you're sick because your mind gets weak. And then your mind starts to tell your body that you're weak. And then you end up looking sick. I'm not sick.
Sometimes you have to remember that you are sick.
I'm not sick. I have a condition.
Because sometimes she pushes her limits and forgets that she's sick. That she has a condition. I am my Teetahs Keeper.
She is my Teetahs Keeper.
And this is my Teetah. My name is Noreen and her name is Noreen and we're both Nohelanis. Love you, Teetah.
Love you, Jinky.
So 7 years of this have definitely been hard on our family. Being that I'm the one without kids and kind of didn't really have much back at home going for me. My parents always had to work and pay the bills and stuff. I would always be the one called over, you know, to assist with the boys. Maybe me and Jun would switch nights and we'd stay with her. But I mean, one-on-one time with her was my favorite, even in the condition she was at, and she currently still is. She's always the one still lifting us up, you know, for myself. Like, anytime I'm going through something, I'm always like hitting her up. And like, her situation, like she says, she's not sick, she just has a condition. You can really tell, like, if you know her and been around her, you won't even feel negative or sickness or anything. You won't even feel sad for her. Like, she's living her best life and it can only get better. So I feel like my whole existence here has been accomplished. I made it this far with her help. So I mean, the least I can do is help this way as well. I did a few testing too, but things happened that didn't allow me to share my kidneys with her. But with this new testing, with this new facility that they're going to Cedar in California, it's allowing everyone who has already gone through the process to do it again. They're definitely looking at other things. You don't have to be her blood type either. Back then, the facility we were with, you needed the blood type. Now, if you're wanting more information and in order to sign up and see if you can help her, I'll list our contact email as well as our phone number at the bottom of this. I mean, pretty much Noreen has been my go-to throughout my entire life, and she's seen me at the lowest. Not a lot of people do, actually just a few probably, and she's helped me through it in my dark days. And anytime I needed her, I can remember back in high school, I would have a hard time with my mom. We'd fight all the time, and just one phone call, a few minutes of hearing her voice and her positive affirmation. She grew up in the same room that I grew up in with the same mom and dad, so she kind of know exactly what I was going through. And I mean, just a few minutes of her time on the phone helped me a lot. Just being with her every summer and just a role model that she has been to me, it means a lot. I wish I could be half the mom that she is. And you know, this may be asking for a lot. I'm not the type of person to ask, but Noreen is definitely, she's my life, and I would give my life for her. So I'll just ask you to take a sec to see if you're a match. You only need one kidney to live, and she only need one of yours.